Hello, welcome to Tech Solutions. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you arithmetic operations in Python. Okay, so if you have never watched my videos before, you can get that in the video description. If you are also new here, do not forget to subscribe, share, like, and also leave your comment. If you are old here, thank you for showing up once again. So without much ado, let's quickly dive into today's video. So I'm going to be using PyCharm. Also feel free to use any IDE or text editor of your choice. So without much ado, let's quickly launch our PyCharm IDE to get started with today's lesson. So I got my IDE launched, and the next step I will take is making sure that this particular IDE here has project selected. This project has been selected already. If yours is not selected and it is on other plugins or learn, change it back to projects, and this will enable us get a new tab here that says new project. So now we are going to create a new project here. So I'll just click on new project, and here this is a default name that comes with this particular project we are about to create, because I already have some projects in this particular IDE. So I have project 1 to project 4. That is why it is giving me this default project as Python project 5. Okay, so I just want to change this and I will name it mass app. So I'll just say mass app underscore app. That's how I want to name mine. Also feel free to name yours the way you want it. So having done that, I'll just hit enter on my keyboard, or better still, click on create at the bottom here to create this particular project. As you can see, it is creating our virtual environment, and this is going to enable us to write all our code with ease without having any difficulty. So what I want to do now is to right click on this particular folder we've just created. If yours is hidden, you can also click on this project icon or the folder icon here to show your project. So just right click on this very project you created. You can see mine is mass underscore app. So I'll just right click that. So now I need to just come to new, then I'll come to file. In my previous videos, I created using this particular section here, that is Python file. The moment you enter the name of your file, that is all. It will automatically create a Python file for you. But I don't want to go with this. I want to go with a new way of creating our Python file. So I'm going to click on this file icon here, of this file section here. Then I'll click on file. So now it is asking me to enter new file. So I'm now going to enter the name of my new file. So I want to name this my new file as mass. So that's how I want to name it. So now, to make this a Python file, I need to add an extension to this particular Python file. So JavaScript, PHP all has their extension. PHP has an extension of .php, JavaScript has an extension of .js, and Python also has an extension of .py, and the .py is all lowercase. So having done this, you now hit enter on your keyboard to create your file. So now you can see that my file has been created. So let's minimize this particular window. You can click on this particular icon to minimize it, or better still, use the minimize button here to minimize it. You can also use the shortcut Shift Escape. So now let's look at this file. It is a Python file. We are very much convinced that it's a Python file because it comes with what? The logo of Python. So this indicates that this particular file is a Python file. So we are going to be looking at arithmetic operations in Python. So when we say arithmetic operations, it means the use of mathematical operations in our Python programming. I hope that is clear. So now we are going to be looking at some 4 basic operations in Python that has to do with mathematics. So we are going to be looking at addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. This is what we are going to be looking at. Okay, so now we are starting with addition. So I'm just going to print something on the console. So if you have never watched any of my videos before, you can get that in the description below. Do not also forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, alright, so now let's print an information on this particular console using addition operator. So now I'm just going to hit print, and I'm going to print 30. I'll give a space plus. To get the addition sign, you need to hit shift and equal sign, shift plus equal sign on your keyboard to get the addition operator. Okay, so now say 20, and we print this. Okay, we'll print this. That's how we are going to run it. Just run your program here. So now we have 50. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say multiplication. To get the multiplication symbol, you hold down shift and 8 on your keyboard. Shift and 8 on your keyboard to get the multiplication sign or symbol. Okay, so we can run our program again, and now we are going to be getting 600. Okay, we are going to be getting 600. So this 600 is the product of these two numbers. Okay, then we look at division. So division, we use the / for division. So now we hit enter. Okay, we hit enter. I'll give it a space here. So what I want to do is to print the subtraction to once. Okay, I don't want to be changing this, so just want to print subtraction to, and I'll say 25 minus symbol or minus sign. You just hit the hyphen, a key before the addition sign or the equal sign. So just hit that particular key, give another space, then we say 12. Okay, so let's print these two informations. So I'll just rerun my program here. To rerun your program, you need to use this particular icon here, or better still, you can use Ctrl plus F5. Okay, to rerun this particular code we just wrote. So now you can see that 30 divided by 20, it is giving us 1.5, and 25 minus 12 is giving us what, 13. So this is this division, and this subtraction. Okay, right. So now what I need to do is that I want to take this one to the next level. So I'm going to be working with addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. And before that, let's look at something. So if I have this, say that if I have addition, the result is going to be addition. Okay, all right, let me comment it out so that it doesn't end up crashing my program. So I'll come again, hit enter on my keyboard, another comment, then subtraction, addition is also going to give us a result of what? Subtraction. I will explain. Okay, subtraction here, let me just subtraction is also going to give us addition. Okay, this is what I want you to take note of. Let's analyze this. So we are saying that addition times addition. So when you see two addition symbol or two operators closer to each other without any operand separating them, we multiply them. So positive times positive is going to be positive. Negative times positive, we are going to get negative. Then negative times negative, we are going to get positive. So negative times negative is positive, Positive times positive is positive. Then negative times positive is negative. Positive times negative 2 is the same as what? Negative. Let's take note of that. I know why I'm saying this. We are going to be implementing these particular scenarios in our program, okay? Alright, so let me just clear off this. Then now, I will say that minus, so let's see what we are going to get. Then I'll say minus plus. So let's print this. So if this is minus minus, we are going to get a positive value, and this is going to be a negative value. Let's print this out. So you see we are getting 50, and this one is also 13, because this negative will tend to addition, and we are going to say 30 plus 20, which is 50 here. Then this times this is going to be negative, which is minus, so we are going to get 25 minus 12, that is 13. Okay, alright, so now let me come back again, and I want to say 2 forward slash, okay, 2 forward slash. Let me print that and see what happens. If you print this, you see you are getting 1. We are saying that 30 divided by 20. Okay, 30 divided by 20. So now we are getting 1. Why are we getting 1? We are getting 1 because whenever you bring two operators together using the forward slash, which is the division, okay, it is saying that when you divide these particular two numbers, exclude the remainder, don't add the remainder. We are only interested in the whole number aspect. But if we use 1 slash, we are going to get 1.5. Okay, we are going to be getting 1.5. So 1.5 is what we are going to get when we use one division sign. You see, we are getting 1.5. But the moment we add another forward slash, it means that we are not interested in the remainder. Ignore the remainder and bring us the whole number. Okay, give us the whole number. We can also use this to reject some input from the user. So when you are expecting an integer value and the user enters a float value, and you want to use the integer value to do your calculations, you can also convert it to integer and go away or follow that particular principles of your code in order to execute that particular program. So we are going to be looking at those ones too, not in this particular video, but in our subsequent videos. Okay, so now if I say the double division sign here, it is now going to limit us to the whole number only. So if I rerun my program here, we are going to get 1. So that is why we are getting 1 here. So if you use two division sign, it is going to eliminate the remainder. It is going to eliminate the remainder in your program. Okay, alright, so now let's use two multiplication sign. Let's see what happens. So as I said earlier, you hold down shift, then 8 on your keyboard. So these two division sign. So let's rerun our program and see what happens. We are having a very huge numbers here, which I can't even pronounce them. Okay, so now let me reduce this to 3 and 2. Okay, 3 times 2. 3 times 2. Let me see what happens. We are getting 9. Okay, so how does this one work? This one always takes this first value here. Then the moment that we have two multiplication signs here, then it means that it is going to be 3 to the power 2. When it is one sign, it is 3 times 2. But the moment we have two multiplication signs here, for that matter, it is going to be 3 to the power 2. So that is why we are getting 9. So if I say 2 here and 3 here, we are not going to get this. So let's see what happens. We are getting 8. 2 to the power 3. So 2, multiply yourself 3 times. That is what it's saying. So 2 times 2 is going to give us 4. Then 4 times 2, it's going to give us 8. Alright? Okay. So now we have understood how this particular program works. So if you see two signs, being it multiplication division, addition, or subtraction, you should know how the end result is going to be. Alright, so let's analyze this particular code. I just want to maintain this. I just want to maintain the whole of this, but we are going to be doing some slight changes here. So I just want to say 20 plus 30 times 15 minus 20 divided by 40 or 30. Let me just say 30 is okay. Divided by 30. I just want to give it spaces. So let me just ignore this. I can also save my program using Ctrl S. Alright. You can also save your program using Ctrl S to save your program. Alright. So now let's run this and see the outcome. So we are getting 469.3 recurring. So this brings us to the end of today's video. In my next video, I'm going to be explaining how Python was able to solve this particular problem in no time. Then after which we are going to look at the advanced arithmetic operations in Python, where we'll be accepting user input and doing some kind of calculations with the user input. If you like this video, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share to your friends. See you in my next video.